Hey y'all, it's Heather. I'm in the kitchen. Today I'm making blackberry lemonade jelly. If you want to see how I do it, stick around. I'm using Sure Gel, so there is directions that come with the Sure Gel, and that is what I'm using. And I follow the black raspberry directions that are in there because there's not one for blackberries. There's one for dewberries, and they're probably basically all the same. I'm just telling you which one I use. It's basically I have enough for 2 recipes, so it's 4.5 cups of juice to 6.5 cups of sugar. I have 4 cups of blackberry juice, and I put 1/2 cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. I have this lemon zest. It was off of 5 lemons, I believe, and I'm going to split that in between the 2, and then it'll be 6.5 cups of sugar. I'm adding 1 of my containers. Like I said, I'm doing 2 recipes. Okay, so this is the fruit juice. I'm adding that with 1 package of Sure Gel. And we're just bringing this to a full rolling boil, and that's a boil that when you stir it, you can't stir the bubbles down. It's just gonna keep boiling. And then we're gonna add our sugar. You can see we're at our full rolling boil, and I'm stirring it. It's still boiling, so we're good. We're just gonna add our sugar now. Now we're stirring this until it dissolves and starts to boil again, and we get it to the full rolling boil one more time for exactly 1 minute. We have not reached the boil yet, but the sugar is dissolved. I'm just going to stir constantly until I get my full rolling boil and set the timer for 1 minute. And when you get the full rolling boil, once you've added the sugar, it's unmistakable. You really can't stir it down, but stir the whole 1 minute and then take it off the heat. So the 1 minute timer went off, took this right off the heat. Then I'm gonna get my jars and jar it up. First, I am gonna put a little bit in the refrigerator to make sure I'm getting a good gel. And it's been just, a minute in the refrigerator, and you can see how stiff it's gotten already. So I think that's gonna be good. The jars are hot. They're not so hot I can't pick them up though, so I'm gonna just grab them with my hands, and I'm going to get these jars filled up. Then I'll do my next recipe before I put them under the pressure. Not under pressure, before I put them back in the canner. You may have a little foam on top like this, and it's perfectly fine to eat, but for looks, if you don't want that look, then just skim it off. And that's what I do. And I put it in a little bowl over here because I'll eat it on some toast in just a minute. Because I have to test it out, right? It's pretty clear now on top, no foam. And you just want to make sure and wipe your rims in case there's anything sticky on there that might mess your seal up. And then we're going to put the lids and rings on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is finish getting all these in my canner, and then I'm going to go ahead and make my next batch, and I'll bring y'all back when I put everything down in the hot water bath. No need to show the second batch again, right? All right, I'll bring y'all back in a minute. I have done the second recipe now, and I do put them on my rack in here just to keep them warm. And I'm doing two levels. I have 2 different size jars. I have my 1/2 pints in the bottom, and then these smaller jars on top. This may not be a recommended way to do it, but I am comfortable doing it this way. If you are not, then run your canner 2 times if you want to process them in a hot water bath. So I'm just going to drop these down And you want the water an inch or two covering your jars. And then we're going to bring this to a boil and process it for 5 minutes. The 5 minutes is up, so we're going to turn this off. You can see the boil that I had going on there for 5 minutes. And the Sure Gel package calls for 5 minutes on this. Other ones may call for 10 minutes. You just have to check the recipe that you're using. So that's it. They're out of the canner. They'll sit here until in the morning. I'll take the rings off. I will label them and I'll put them in my pantry. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.